Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm live for the second time today, but I see that the first time nobody could see me or hear me. So
Oh, bummer.
yeah, we're having some tech issues today, Kim. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
And
So,
it is.
yeah, it's been a tech week for a
Yes.
lot of people. What's going on with the universe is like people who believe in
I,
Mercury and retrograde or something like
I I don't know. Last Friday, it was like, you got to be kidding me.
it really has been brutal. It has
Yes,
been brutal. So,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
quirky. We love technology when it's working. We hate it when it's not because then it delays us and we rely on it. So,
yes.
let's talk about some technology and the way people market themselves. Let's talk about designing your Instagram bio to actually get results.
Yes. So your Instagram bio is such valuable real estate that we totally underestimate how important it is. It is crucial, especially if you want to get following. That's the one question I get a lot asked is like, how do I get my following? Well, if someone goes to your Instagram bio, you have 7 seconds to convert them to a follower. And so your bio needs to be clear, concise, and communicating. And it's not just about what you do and what you post, but why should they follow you? Because there's so many people to follow. And so really honing in on that message, exactly what someone's getting by following your Instagram feed. And it's a little different approach. We always think about it's like, what's about me and what I do? Not really. It's about who your followers are and what their pain points are. And is that going to give them enough to click that button to follow you?
Yes. Yes. And all that is so hard to figure out because you don't get that many characters. So, how do we
You
maximize
don't. Well, I'm going to give you a little recipe today for those that like to cook.
it? Yay, yay.
So,
We
the
like a step by step recipe.
the best thing about this recipe, there's only 3 ingredients. So your first ingredient is your opening statement, that first line. And
Okay.
that is where we need to right away identify what we're going to be talking about. So it doesn't need to say, I'm a mom, wife, and 3 kids, unless you're going to be talking about being a mom, wife, and 3 kids. But if you're an interior designer, it needs to be talking about what either is your unique selling proposition, your unique purpose for design. Like, are you luxury brand design? Are you modern design? Kind of like, what are they going to be getting and how are you serving your client uniquely should be that first sentence.
So it's almost like your tagline, if you
It
have a
is.
tagline,
Yes.
who
Yes.
the company name, and then what do you say after? That's almost
Like your
what that
elevator
should be.
pitch. Yes. Very simple. And I had to go in and change mine too. And I've got some examples. I can't remember. You can share the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so after I get done with our recipe, I've got examples of different ones we can look at so we can kind of really see exactly what they're talking about. Because I actually went and rewrote mine this morning because it's like, oh, mine was a little muddy and I wanted to make it more clear.
Well, now
And,
I feel like mine's muddy too.
well, I went and looked at yours and I had one suggestion. So we'll talk about that in just a little bit. So the
Okay.
first sentence, the first ingredient is your elevator pitch, your one line, what do you do? And what is your Instagram platform going to be talking about?
How
And the
many characters do we have?
total is 160,
I was
150.
say 140 or 160. Okay.
I think it's maybe, some 150, 160.
Okay.
And then your second 2 lines
Elevator.
should be a little bit more either about your credibility or your specific.
Oh, Kim just disappeared. Like I said in the beginning of the broadcast, we're having lots of issues with technology. So apparently it's happening again. And I wonder if we're even still live on Facebook. Let me look. Hold on. I'm going to refresh. You might hear multiple people talking in the background while I'm trying to figure out. I'm hoping Kim can come back. Okay, so I'm definitely on Facebook by myself, which I'm not supposed to be. So hopefully Kim is working on getting back to us. She's starting to tell us exactly how to create a captivating bio, strategic linking of things in your bio, and she's giving us a formula for the bio on your Instagram. So the first thing she said is a sentence about who you are, your elevator pitch. So there's a free exercise in my membership site called Your Business in Words. And that's definitely something you could use for the first sentence, right? I am the most bump, bump, bump interior designer. Hello, Kim.
Hi, I was watching you and talking to you, and I wasn't there.
You were not there. I know we're having, this system is definitely giving me some grief today. So I was just
Okay.
sort of filling in time saying they could use my business and words for their sentence. My first sentence in your business and words exercise that they can get from my free resources could be their first
Okay.
sentence, right? I am the
Yep.
most, whatever, dedicated, talented, and I don't like them to use creative, and no nonsense interior designer you'll ever get to meet. Or you can use the second sentence. I help who do what. Right? I
Right.
help homeowners create the spaces that, right? So they can use the second sentence of their business and words as their first sentence of
Correct.
their bio on Instagram.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And then the second and third sentences is to build credibility. So you could use, if you've gotten any awards, how many years you've been in service, any specific niche areas that you hone in on. So do you do just kitchen and baths? Any special awards, anything like that, kind of to build that expertise status. If you're an author, you could write, best-selling author, those kind of things to build that credibility. And then your last sentence is that you would be like your call to action. You want to make sure though that you try to keep it within 4 lines and don't, even though if it lets you go 5, 6 lines, because then it cuts, Instagram will truncate that. And then people have to click more and then you won't see that full bio.
So you don't want to use the full amount.
Well, you can use the full characters, but you can make multiple lines when you're making your bio. You can separate your lines out and you just don't want to have more than the 4 lines. So you could probably have 6, 7 lines with the amount of characters, but you don't want to because you want people to be able to see.
Right. So if from your phone you have to click more, that's an indicator you might want to write less.
Write less or condense the sentences so that there's only 4 lines.
Okay.
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 And then when you have your call to action, there's 2 different call to actions that you could use. You could have a link, so then they could go to your website or your free offer or schedule an appointment or whatever you want them to do. Or you could direct people to do something in Instagram. So they could say, click on my stories for daily updates or behind the scenes, or click the follow button for daily tips, or watch my About Me highlight to learn more.
So you're keeping them on Instagram, which Instagram likes.
Yes. So whatever serves best for your business. If you know that Instagram is driving traffic to your website, well, then use that. But if you're like, Instagram has never driven traffic to my website, well, then maybe try a different tactic and see if you can create that engagement a little bit better.
Okay.
One thing to note is that now Instagram has where you could add up to 5 links in your bio instead of just the one. Remember, at one time it was just the one bio.
Yes.
So a lot of us went to using Linktree, or we'd have like a Linktree type page on our website. Well, now if you want to, and it makes sense, you could have up to 5. Caveat, we want to make sure that we don't overwhelm people. And we want to make sure that just like the bio, we're clear, concise, and condensed in our message. So if you have, for like Nancy, you could have them go to your Facebook business group or your Facebook group. You could have them go to your website. You could have them go to whatever promotion that you're having, if it's your group coaching or something like that. And then you could have them go to the education hub that you offer for designers. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
That's all right. The essentials. Okay.
Yes. So those 5, but you wouldn't be offering a whole lot else. So for like designers, if they wanted to use it, they could do their main website, they could do their portfolio, they could do a contact me. So those would be ones for them.
Okay.
But we want to make sure that we are simple and organized and condensed with everything that we do.
Concise, clear, and concise.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm not for sure if you're able to share the screen.
I can. You just have to tell me what I'm pulling up.
Can I share my screen?
I think I have to see if you have on the left-hand side a screen with an arrow facing up. If not, then it has. I do. Then you should be on this chair. Yep. Okay. Once it comes up on my end, I'm going to bring it up to the broadcast. But right now, I'm just seeing a white.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Now I'm seeing. All right. So I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to hide myself and maybe you, but people could still hear us talking just so we get the full screen. Okay. So let me hide myself first, but you'll still be able to hear me. And then I'm going to bring it up into the broadcast. You can still hear me, right?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. So that's as big as it's going to get when I do it this way.
Okay. Well,
If I hide you, then we get a little bit more. What do you think?
I think we can still get the gist of it.
Okay.
So like for my bio, I changed it to, I'll teach you how to simplify your marketing. So then people will know exactly what I'm talking about.
So smart, so simple.
Right. And then I changed it to full service management or learn how in our Get It Done Club. So I'm promoting both of our services that we offer.
Okay.
And then I just said, simplify your strategy, amplify your brand. And then when you click on the links, then see how I have 4 different links here. I have my main link tree because I've got lots of different stuff, my Get It Done Club, then my Facebook group, and then my website. So that's how people can use that.
Gotcha. Now it's saying I'm on desktop and I just went to mine and I can edit my bio, which is where you have, teach you how to, but it will not let me edit the links. It must be done by mobile.
Yes. And so we'll bring yours up here. So my suggestion for you is that I know body language trainer is very important, but is that the most important part of your business?
Well, no, I mean, the first line I would ask you is business coach Nancy. Does that need to be there? Like someone should put interior designer there or their hashtag, or should we take that out first?
I would take that out. I would do helping interior designers to charge the worth. If that's your most important thing that you're helping interior designers to.
Yep.
That's what I would do. And you could use the business coach Nancy hashtag, but I would put it towards the end.
Okay. Helping interior designers to charge their worth, make more money, run a profitable business.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And so I'm going to.
But that's my first line, right? So you're saying 3 lines. So designers would be, again, elevator pitch this would be my second sentence of my business in words. I help interior designers do what? So I might change this going forward. I won't do it here live.
Right.
The second one, credibility.
So you could do how many years you've been in the design business. You've helped, like you've grown your group to how many thousands of people.
Yeah, I'm thinking though it would be one of the top 15 coaches in New York State, named in 2022 or 21, whatever that. So some kind of if you have it. If not, what would you put there? Like, what if a designer is watching and they don't have a credential that they feel shows their credibility?
Then what makes them unique? Or they could even say serving the New York, Long Island area. So that people can identify where they're at.
Okay.
I
think that's great. I think that's your answer. That's your credibility that you're a local designer, and that's also getting your location in there. So if you don't have a named top interior designer in Sarasota, Florida or something, right? If you don't have that, you can put serving, happily serving Long Island, New York, or something.
Right. Or if you're part of a design association, you could say member of Kitchen Bath Design Association. I don't remember their initials.
NKBA.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're a member of an association, anything to present your credibility.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. Or your location, or say that you specialize in antique designs. Anything that's going to help set you apart.
Okay.
And identify with your niche.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
And then the third so call to action then would be your link.
Right. And I don't even see your link here.
I know. I'm a little confused at the moment where the link went.
Yeah, I can click your Facebook, but I don't see your link. And for you, I would definitely recommend your linking.
Yeah. Something fell off somewhere. So
who knows? They all change, and sometimes you go look at that's why we recommend everybody looking at their profiles at least every 3 months, auditing them, because it all changes. They change it, and then you never know what's going on.
This is true.
So I will show you a designer designer's example here. And Wendy. And so she's got designing homes that are comfortable and beautifully and totally you. So she's identifying exactly what her pain point audience is that they are wanting beautiful homes. And then she says she's a full service interior designer and then interior design community advocate and educator.
Love that. Mm-hmm.
So that gives a little bit more about her, and you can really see, you just know who she's serving.
Right. And it's showing you that the bio is going to help her, not hurt her, by doing what you're saying.
Correct.
First sentence is 100. Well, in total, it's about 150 characters. You need an elevator pitch first sentence. I help who do what, then a credibility sentence, and then a call to action with the links.
Right. Yep. This one here is a little bit different. They actually sell some products. But what I liked about them right away is it says lifestyle brand creates allergen-aware products. So you know exactly if you're going to want to follow them. If you have no interest in allergen-aware products and spaces, you're not going to follow them.
Right.
And then it tells what kind of stuff that is in their shop. So it's a little bit different than just design. But I thought they did a good job identifying who their target audience was.
Yes. Okay. This is really a great 3-step formula, Kim, that so many people could follow. And like you said, you experiment with it. If you haven't been getting a following, or people haven't been going from Instagram to your website, or they haven't been getting through to your contact link, this is something you should try.
Correct. Here's another design one. And she's looking at me, she's got 98,000 followers. So she's doing something right here.
Nice.
So she's sharing her love for DIY and travel, vintage and chippy decor on a budget. So if you are one that is more of a hands-on DIY to your following, then this is a good example. Designing cozy spaces. Then she's featured in, and then her media, I suppose if the media wants to reach out to her, she's put her email address. But this is the example of there is 5 lines. So even though she's met the character limit, it's 5 lines. So chances are when you look on the phone, it's going to say see more for this bottom line. Which is okay. It's not really intricate to her bio, but that was just another example.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. And so that's enough for examples, but I do have one hack. If you are struggling with trying to come up with your bio, use your friend ChatGPT and put in, give me 10 examples of an Instagram bio for an interior designer that specializes in luxury brand design in the New York City area. Boom.
If that's where you're from.
Right. Wherever you're from, whatever you specialize, any unique characteristic that you have, put that in that little description on the ChatGPT, and they will come up with 10 Instagram bios. Now, when I did that for Fresh Impact, I didn't use any of them, but I took a couple words from each one of them and I designed the bio that I liked.
Yes, it's really an inspiration that is, I mean, we're using ChatGPT for research, content, inspiration. So that's what you're saying. Use it for inspiration and then modify and what words relate to you, the words you feel connected to for your Instagram bio.
Although I'm happy to set up a consult to help anybody design their Instagram bio, it would be silly to pay me when you could go to, I'm still sharing my screen.
No, it's all right. It wasn't on there. It wasn't. Okay. Yeah.
When you could go to ChatGPT, like I'm happy to help, but really, that's a little insider hack. Like you could just, and I would have them do 10 suggestions because that way you'll have lots to choose from.
Yes.
Yes. And some people ask, should you have emojis? Shouldn't you? Does it enhance or does it distract? Does it accelerate or does it make you look like your kindergarten classroom teacher?
I know. I'm sitting there going, I have 2 little pictures in my description. I'm like, do I really relate to those images? Probably not. If I don't relate to them, it's not my brand. I should just take them out of my Instagram description, right? So here's the thing, everybody. There's lots of different things you can try. Kim comes on every month and gives us different things you can try because marketing is a fluid and constantly changing market, especially Instagram and Facebook. So when you try one thing and it's not really working for you, maybe you try something else and you start to see what's working and what's not. So we're here every month to give you some suggestions on trying new things if you're not having some success.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I love this. I thought this was so simple and easy for everyone to understand. The 3 sentences you should have, limit the number of lines so that people can see it all, and use the links that are accessible through Instagram. And you gave some great examples. So if anyone's coming on late, please go back and watch from the beginning, because we shared screen and Kim showed you some great examples. Anything else going on, Kim, with that particular?
Nope. I just think that there's so many people like, how do I get followers? Well, you want to make them follow you.
Yes.
Yes. And we're putting the time and effort into it, using the platform to market our business. Let's make it work for us.
Absolutely. Okay. And everyone, if you need Kim's help in redoing your Instagram bio, use ChatGPT or get on her calendar, or both. And we have a link to her website in the description. So
Thank you.
thanks, Kim. We'll see you next month.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Bye, everyone.